From hotspots to hidden gems, this is your guide to all things local, the LA Unscripted way, from our Sunset Gower studio offices. It's the place where dreams come true, right in our own backyard. Now, we want to inspire you to get lost in your own neighborhood, discover a new one, and fall in love with SoCal all over again. Hi everyone, I'm Dana Devin, and let's get right to our first LA Unscripted approved local fave. I've been begging to do a pho story forever. So in college, I worked in a Vietnamese restaurant, and every Sunday night, they would make a whole thing of pho, and I fell in love with it. So here we are, and you actually wrote into us.
This is the email that I sent to LA Unscripted. Hi there, exclamation mark. This is Fong, and I'm one of the partners at our family-owned and operated restaurant, Pho Saigon Pearl on Fairfax. We're first-generation Vietnamese-American kids of immigrants, and our restaurant has been open for 7 years this month.
The thing I love about this is it's so family-oriented. You've got all your family pictures on the wall.
This is my mom and dad on their wedding day. Actually, she didn't like the photo that we framed, so she brought this in and covered it.
So it's a whole family affair. So it's your sister, your brother, your husband.
Pho is a beef noodle soup. It's served with pure bone broth. Usually the broth is cooked for over 20 hours and has a lot of spices and herbs. It's served with rice noodles, and then you usually add meat on top.
Look at these huge pots boiling. Oh my, is that the broth?
Yes, it is. Growing up as a Vietnamese American, we had pho every weekend, and we would eat it for breakfast on Saturdays, go to church, come home, eat pho for dinner. Our menu has all of the most popular items, and our recipes, it's the same but a little bit more modern. We wanted to show LA and everybody how we would want a Vietnamese restaurant to, represent our food, our culture.
So this is bringing me back to my college days. We've got the pho, and you guys put so much meat in here.
One thing we do here is we offer our customers complimentary fatty bone marrow. It makes the broth taste a little bit more savory. Growing up, my grandma would always save the bones, and she would dump out the bone marrow and add it to my broth. She said, it's good for you.
That broth is so delicious, it almost makes me not want to add anything.
This is our bún thịt nướng.
Okay.
Chả. It's a vermicelli noodle bowl salad. It comes with shrimp, a pork egg roll.
Okay.
Below that, it's noodles, lettuce, herbs.
Oh, oh, that is so delicious. Your parents didn't really want you to go into the restaurant business, but now that you guys have been open for 7 years, how do they feel now?
My dad loves it. My mom loves it. They come here every Wednesday. My mom, she comes to the egg rolls on Wednesdays. My dad likes taking photos, walking around the street, and just, looking at the customers eat our food and enjoying it.
Okay, I am so full and I'm still eating, but I have to say thank you so much for reaching out to us. And you guys have to come visit Pho Saigon Pearl because it is unforgettable. Cheers! Yay! Did you know Los Angeles has more cars than people? That's why we give you all these tips to make sure that the traffic is worth it before you head out. Remember, honk if you see me, or our Olivia De Bertoli, she is always out and about in LA.
This is my new best friend, Archie. No big deal. Just the cutest owl I've ever seen in my life.
He's a type of owl called a barn owl. And this is one of the species that we have pretty commonly here in LA. You could see them basically in any open grassland or natural area around LA. Of course, at night, they're nocturnal. And he's about 1.5 years old, so he's still young, he's full grown, but still kind of acts a bit like a baby sometimes. I'm the owner of Hawk on Hand Falconry. We offer interactive falconry lessons to the general public, so you can come and meet me here at the park, and I have 3 or 4 birds I can introduce you to. You get an opportunity to hold them, to fly them. We talk about raptor biology, conservation, things like that. falconry, it's actually a 5,000-year-old form of hunting. And so it's a hunting sport at its core. It's the art of hunting smaller animals like rabbits and squirrels and ducks with trained falcons, hawks, owls, or eagles. And so I do hunt with my birds. When I do the interactive educational lessons with the public, the goal is not to hunt, it's just a flight demonstration, but you know, that's what these birds do. This guy's name is Jasper, and he's a 6-year-old Harris hawk. This is a species that does not live around here. They're native to Central and South America for the most part. But there are some kind of key differences between hawks and falcons. Now, it's still called falconry even if you're flying a hawk or a falcon, but generally speaking, falcons are very fast, high-flying birds. They hunt other birds. So they're grabbing other animals out of midair, things like pigeons and ducks. Hawks tend to stay lower to the ground or focus their eyesight and their hunting down low. Nice job.
This was the coolest thing ever. Good job, buddy.
So if you come to one of my educational programs, they're totally interactive, very hands-on. So you're gonna get an opportunity not only to learn about these birds, to see multiple species, see them up close, but you'll actually get to hold them in a supervised way. They're very safe. You'll hold the birds, you can fly them, and I provide kind of an educational lesson about training these birds, the regulations around it. You know, these are protected animals, how we hunt with them. Hawks and falcons and owls, they're predators. Predators are extremely, extremely important in an ecosystem because they're the only thing that they're the check and balances, right? They help keep the prey populations at a manageable level. Conserving these birds in urban spaces is really critical. And, you know, actually, even in LA, we have peregrine falcons here, we have red-tailed hawks, we have a variety of species, and they tend to actually do surprisingly well in cities because we have a lot of rats and we have a lot of pigeons. So there's an ample food supply, but it's a dangerous place to live. But you know, predators are important or critical in any ecosystem, whether you're in the city or you're out in the middle of the country, it's extremely important. I think that just the experience of getting to see these birds up close and personal and kind of behold and feel their power and their elegance and their beauty is I hope that inspires people to, at the very least, just pay more attention to the wildlife around them. So you just gotta look up. You know, a lot of people are just, you know, staring at the ground or at their phones, and I do it too, but you know, look up every once in a while. They're here. I mean, we have falcons and hawks and eagles on a regular basis around LA. So.
Yeah, this is a great reminder to look up and look at these guys.
Yeah.
Another local tidbit, did you know most of our palm trees are transplants? There are a variety of species, but the most prominent are Mexican fan palms that were imported here back in the 1930s. That's cool. And you know, we are here to keep you in the know, so don't go anywhere. More local facts, finds, and fun when LA Unscripted is back in an LA Minute. Welcome back to LA Unscripted, everyone. I'm Dana Devin, and we are coming in hot with the latest hotspot you don't want to miss.
You made it look so easy. Okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and do that.
Yep, there you go.
Oh my God, okay.
Doesn't it feel like Play-Doh?
Yes. Not only is the Choco Taco like reminding me of my childhood, but making it is kind of like Play-Doh and also reminding me of my childhood.
This is my mom, Maria Mancini. She's my only employee.
And what is your favorite thing?
¿Qué es tu favorita cosa de comer que hacemos nosotras?
Todo.
Everything? So Sad Girl Creamery is an ice cream company I started here in LA. The reason why it's called Sad Girl is because I talk a lot about mental health awareness, especially for the Latin community on my social media. I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder when I was 26. And I had been struggling with the symptoms since I was 14, but because it's not something that's so common to talk about in almost like all kinds of immigrant families, really. So that's when I decided to go see a doctor. Anyway, fast forward. Ice cream was always something that comforted me when I was depressed growing up and even till now. And it just made sense to pair the two. And I've just always wanted to start an ice cream company. And so given that a lot of the things that I talk about are so targeted towards Latin audiences. All of my flavors are also Latin inspired. We have choco flan, and then we have cajeta latte. Right now we're doing a watermelon hibiscus sorbet, so like the Jamaica kind of drink. And then we do a chocolate brownie with peanut mazapan in it. I wanted to give back in my own way. Even though I can't do it monetarily right now, I figured sharing my story and sharing a lot of the resources and things that I've learned through therapy on my social media could help other people. I guess in my own sad girl fantasy, I thought it'd be cool to take these classic American novelties and then give them a Latin flavor twist to them. And we're mostly known right now for our ice cream tacos. And I guess the most classic version of one we make is, we call it the Che taco, because Che is like slang for dude in Argentina and Uruguay. My mom's Uruguayan. And the ice cream we put inside is an Argentinian dulce de leche ice cream. Take the cone, and right now they're a little bit softer and easier to work with. We'll take the ice cream and kind of have to hand mold it ourselves.
Can I take a shower in this? My turn, I'm a little nervous. Here we go. Wait, is that good? Yeah! I made a choco taco.
I think by being someone who's Latin American and speaking up about it, and I want to say 90% of my customers are Latin American. And so just bringing that out into their world and being part of the conversation and continuing to be a part of the conversation, I hope that, I start to see a change in my own community.
Cheers to Sad Girl Creamery. Cheers.
We love to hear from you, so make sure to follow us at KTLA Unscripted and let us know where to go and what to try next. Coming up, more locally approved destinations when LA Unscripted returns. We know you would never fall asleep on us, so stay awake a little bit longer because I have a really special message from our sponsors from Pour Moi Skincare, and it is a nighttime product that I'm super excited about. Yuli, could you explain to us, I didn't actually realize that nighttime is a climate.
Yes, it's a climate for your skin because with the absence of sunlight, skin actually relaxes and has scheduled it for its repair. So most repair is not because you're sleeping, it's because the light is out. And what actually happens is that the skin on purpose naturally turns a little bit drier. It can start shedding off the skin cells, which is called the cell turnover. That's how we regenerate.
So the dry environment happens because there's more acidity to the skin and there's less sebum or oils in the skin. And together, this dryness then allows the top layer of your skin to flake off. And this is so important because guess what? Underneath this top layer is a beautifully perfect skin that you wake up to each and every morning.
And I think as we get older, that regenerative process slows down, right?
So the layers of the skin also become thinner, but the flaking and the regeneration always happens.
Okay, so now that we know the biology of the skincare throughout the 24-hour day, how can you and Pour Moi Skincare make all of our skincare dreams come true?
Well, our night cream is the only night cream that has specially formulated in Lyon, France, to align with that regeneration process that happens at night on your surface layer. So it includes a green microalgae from Japan that has shown in clinical studies that it especially repairs dark spots because they are in the surface layers of the skin, and it helps the skin find moisture balance once it's out of repair mode. So that's our night cream, and it is a bestseller because it's so unique and it has a lightweight texture. And then again, the proof is in the skin.
Well, it does. It goes in the skin so easily, and then it leaves your skin feeling like silk sheets. So how can all of our viewers get this nighttime cream?
They go to our website, they buy the night cream, and when they check out, they get 50% off using the code NIGHT so they can try it out for themselves. And you know, Pour More is affordable luxury from France, and it's different than any brand you tried before. So you get extraordinary results.
50% off? That's dreamy. So the lesson here is never go to bed without your Pour Moi skincare, right?
Absolutely.
It's the city where anything happens, and with over 105 exhibition halls and 225 theaters, it's a good thing we're here to keep you in the know.
What I love about Verizon is not only do they keep you protected, but they also keep you connected. So today I decided to check in with my favorite Verizon tech expert, Alexis Madrigal, to see what's new.
So if you're looking to spring into something new, I highly recommend the latest and greatest that came out, which is the Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus. So the Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus is really cool. If you're big on taking pictures, it has a 50 megapixel camera, and it also has AI. So I don't know how much you've played with AI on any of the other smart devices, but on this one, if there's something you're interested in learning more about, you use the circle to search feature.
Well, what would pair well with your Samsung?
I always say a smartwatch is the way to go. And I know that you just got a new Google Pixel, didn't you?
I've got the Google Pixel 8. I absolutely love this phone.
I absolutely recommend the Google Pixel Watch too. So I know that if you're big on tracking your health, your fitness, we've got the Fitbit app on here to do all of that for you. And of course, if you're on the go, if you add a Verizon line to this, get this all on our network, then you can actually take calls and texts on the go. You can even stream music.
Hold that thought, I'm getting a call right now. So what else do you have?
Again, if you're on the go, you want to take calls, or say you're a runner, you want to exercise, I highly recommend these Shocks bone conduction headphones. And they don't go in your ear, they go on your temples. So these are really great Bluetooth headphones.
Last but not least, I know you also have a case to show me.
I highly recommend the Casetify with MagSafe. So this is really great for, preventing bumps, dings, when you're on the go with your phone. And of course, it has wireless charging capabilities.
Oh my gosh, I just love how pretty it is. And speaking of protecting your phone, Alexis, how easy is it to sign up for Verizon Mobile Protect?
So normally it's within 30 days of activating a device, but we have a great offer now through April 13th, where you can bring in any device regardless of how old the device is, and you can sign it up for Verizon Mobile Protect. Verizon Mobile Protect includes fixes for cracked screens, data recovery, and fast battery replacement. And of course, if you're on the go, say you're out of town and something happens and you need a phone replacement, you can get overnight shipment and delivery for that.
Well, Alexis, I think you've checked all the boxes. Check, check, check. Thank you for coming and sharing all the cool things that Verizon has going on now.
Of course, now we got to get a case on your phone and some Verizon Mobile Protect.
Listen, I think we'll just start off with just giving me all of this stuff. You don't mind. Go for it.
La La Land, the city of angels, Tinseltown. SoCal's ever-changing, yet somehow stays the same. But now, what's old is new again. That's a really, really good hot dog.
We just love vintage Americana, and we see a lot of that stuff kind of going away. So we're doing our best to try to preserve it as much as possible. And this is our newest venture called Tail the Pup. We actually opened on July 20th, which was National Hot Dog Day.
Amazing.
So Tail the Pup started in 1946. Originally, it was on the corner of La Cienega and Beverly, a super popular spot until about the 80s, where they lost their lease. Another example of something called programmatic architecture, which is a building in the shape of something else. The whole concept of that was for the automobile industry, where cars started to go fast. Owners needed to do something creative to be known. And so they used to build buildings that look like something else, like the Whiskey Barrel or the Shoe or the Randy's Donuts, things like that. That's the way it was back in the day.
Okay.
That's one of the original recipes with grilled onions and our own proprietary mustard that we made. We have like 6 or 7 different types of hot dogs. Our fries are amazing, our onion rings. We have gluten-free corn dogs. We have soft serve, we have shakes, and We actually have a full liquor license here, so we have
What?
beer and canned cocktails. First of all, it's been a famous hot dog stand. It's been in a ton of movies throughout the years. If you remember like the famous Steve Martin movie, LA Story, it was literally flying in the air in one of the opening scenes there. I used to come here with my mom when I was a kid, so it was kind of cool to be able to bring back a piece of history.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Welcome to Tale of the Pup.
Thank you.
What can I get you? I've wanted to learn how to make a soft serve for a long time. So how do we got our cone.
Got your cone. All right, so we're gonna go with the mixed swirl
Yeah,
in the
we
middle
want mixed,
there.
yeah.
So it's very important to fill up the cone. while
Okay, so
you're
it goes
doing
down in there?
Yeah, so just hold the cone up close to the bottom.
Okay.
And then pull down on the lever.
Okay.
And it'll start coming out.
Okay.
And
then
then
what?
start swirling. Yeah, keep pulling.
Oh!
And there you go, stop whenever. I'm not the greatest teacher, but.
It really tastes good though.
This particular location was the old original Doors recording studio. They recorded LA Woman here. Jim Morrison, because of the really good acoustics, was kind of known to record in the bathroom. You never know, but we think his ghost might be in there still. If you look, it's quiet enough, you may be able to hear something. I grew up in Santa Monica. I've been in Angelina for most of my life. That's one of the main reasons why it's so cool to preserve old LA. I've seen how the city's changed over the last 40 years, and so we're doing our best to try to save a lot of those cool things that we remember from our childhood.
Los Angeles was founded in 1781. I wonder what the next 241 years will hold. Well, go out and enjoy it now and let us know what you love about living here, because you never know where we'll end up next. Good night, everyone. Mwah.